Hey people, it is Wednesday, October the 30th, 8:12 in the evening, and a very unseasonably warm 20 degrees Celsius here on Halloween Eve, also known as Devil's Night. And I'm on the east side of downtown. So I thought I'd try and take a walk through some spooky spots here on the east side. Maybe I'll head into old Cabbagetown. Check out some Halloween decorations in that neighborhood. I'll start us off walking through some alleyways. It's a hot Devil's Night in the city tonight. I think this was a record-breaking day in terms of temperature. I think the last time it was this hot on October 30th was all the way back in 1950. And Halloween Eve is traditionally the night where mischief takes place. I'm not sure if that's still a tradition, but oftentimes teenagers would go out and get up to no good on Devil's Night. And in some cases, doing downright criminal activities such as setting abandoned houses on fire. Not so much here in Toronto, but I would hear about that sort of thing taking place in some American cities such as Detroit or Buffalo, where there are lots of abandoned homes. And every Halloween Eve, all the local news stations would do a special report on the Devil's Night fires in those cities. In some cases, hundreds of homes would be burnt down in Detroit on Devil's Night. I don't think that's still happening. Most of the abandoned houses in Detroit have been demolished specifically to prevent that sort of thing. And it was never really a thing in Toronto because Toronto doesn't really have much in the way of abandoned houses. I think more innocent Devil's Night activities would take place in Toronto, such as eggings and toilet paperings. And to be honest, I don't hear about anything really going on anymore. Devil's Night doesn't seem to be a thing anymore, but we'll make it a thing just for this video, being as it is a very warm night here in the city, 20 degrees Celsius. There's even a humidex, something you don't expect at the end of October. And tomorrow, Halloween Day, is also expected to be a record-breaking warm day, going well into the 20s, 23 or so maybe. So that'll be good for the kids trick-or-treating, so they can wear their costumes unencumbered by warm coats and mitts and things like that, which is often the case on Halloween. Kids' costumes often aren't warm enough. So we're making our way to Parliament Street. I wanted to walk through a cemetery, but both cemeteries in Cabbagetown are closed by this time. So I'd have to sneak in or hop a fence or something, which I don't think I really want to do. There's St. James Cemetery and the Necropolis. Both very close to one another. Both two of the oldest and spookiest looking cemeteries, I would say, in the whole city.
We have to set you on fire, don't forget that part.
All right, Parliament Street. I'll take us into the old neighborhood across the way. Cabbagetown usually has a pretty good showing for Halloween decor. So this is Spruce Street. I'll take us north for a bit. Oh, that's what that dog was barking at. You're another dog. I must bark at you. I'm not sure if I'll make it into Cabbagetown tomorrow on actual Halloween or not. So I thought I'll definitely try to get through the neighborhood during this video. I might make it back here tomorrow though. I don't really know yet. Is this spooky? Let's take this. These narrow sort of laneway type streets definitely add a bit to the spooky feel. We saw our first ghost of the walk. This looks more like Christmas than Halloween. But I guess when you get up close, you get a better look at the spook factor. This is called Dermot Place, this narrow laneway street. All right, now we're talking. We'll take a walk along Metcalf Street. Oh, what do you know? Tala Cranston once lived here. Canadian pioneer, figure skater, and artist. I recently did a live stream through the Rosedale neighborhood, and they have some pretty awesome Halloween decor through just a small portion of the neighborhood that I walked through. But Rosedale isn't as spooky feeling as a neighborhood as Cabbagetown is. Cabbagetown just has a more old, dense sort of fabric to its streets. The houses are quite a bit older, and they're not big mansions as they are in Rosedale.
Check the ones on Sackville.
Sackville, yeah? All right.
Pretty cool.
So maybe I'll check the ones on Sackville. I was saying this neighborhood has a sort of an old world feel to it. Almost like a colonial sort of vibe. Brings to mind like the Headless Horseman and things like that. Random ghosts just hanging out in the trees. Got guys just sitting and randomly belching on the corner. Nice jack-o'-lantern. I think this is Winchester we're on now. Seems a bit lacking in Halloweenness.
Hopefully,
Kind of a windy night also, which sort of adds to the atmosphere. That's a huge dog over there. The guy is walking. So here's Sackville. I don't know if he meant up north or going the other way. I'll just take a peek up here a little ways, but I think I'll turn around and actually go south. I see some skulls over there and a ghost. All right, yeah, let's go south. Hopefully the houses he was referring to are down this way. What is this? Well, there are a lot of Americans who live in Toronto. All right, let's keep an eye out for some spookiness. Here's another one of those laneway streets. I don't see any Halloweeny stuff down there though. I think this is one of the more popular neighborhoods in the city for trick-or-treating, at least in the downtown part of Toronto. All right, this place has a little bit of effort put in. It's got some webs anyway. And even without the Halloween decor, this is just a nice neighborhood to walk around and just look at all the historic homes, many of which date back to the 19th century. Looks like that spider has been busy here, making some webs. Well, that's what I'm talking about. We need more of this. Alright, I was just thinking, where's all this awesome Halloweenness the guy was referring to on Sackville? Unless it all was up at the other end. That would be just my luck. Oh, I think I found a contender here. It's just not all lit up very much at the moment. Got a fence all covered with webs. And some big spiders. And we got that guy. This must be what that guy was referring to. And look it up on top. There's a guy up there, a big giant skeleton. Okay, both these in the same shot. Yeah, that must have been a bit of a chore putting that guy up on top of the roof. I bet you the guy who said check out Sackville was referring specifically just to this one house here. And the house itself is spooky too, even without the decorations. Definitely the best one I've seen yet. There's a skunk in the area. I think that's Carlton Street I just crossed. exactly sure, actually. It's like search for the street sign. No, it's Spruce Street. It's the same street that I came into the neighborhood onto from Parliament. Oh, I see another contender over here across the street. Wow, this guy's like going right through the roof of the porch. That is cool. We've got all kinds of sound effects here also. And we have another one of these guys. They must be competing with the house down the street. Got this guy right here. He's holding the skeleton upside down by its leg. I definitely came in the right direction, I think. Too bad the rest of the body of that guy doesn't extend down through the roof onto the porch. But I won't nitpick. It's an awesome job. Why is my phone ringing? I'm getting a call from a friend. I'll have to call them back. And we're coming out of Old Cabbagetown. This is Gerrard Street East. And across the street is Regent Park. This is an old housing project that is being completely redeveloped. Still have a section of the old buildings over here left, but most of the rest of it has been torn down and rebuilt with these new residential buildings. I don't think there's much in the way of Halloween decor though in Regent Park, but we saw quite a lot of it in spooky old Cabbagetown. So I'm going to start to wrap up the walk on a very unseasonably warm Devil's Night. and windy. So I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Was Devil's Night a thing where you lived once upon a time? Is it still a thing? Got an unexpected CN Tower view. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And also make sure you hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. If you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal, as well as via my merch store. Or you can also support the channel by becoming a channel member, or by sending a super thanks if you prefer. And you can find me on Instagram also under KContinuum. So thanks for watching, and thanks to all the channel members, and happy Halloween. And be sure to keep checking back, because as always, I will continue.